Coming up on First at 4, several eastern Kentucky counties have issued burn bans as forest fires continue to pop up. And one sportswear company is cutting ties with a famous rapper following the latest act of hate some are accusing him of inciting.
Plus, watching showers and even some rumbles of thunder head into the forecast tonight. The very latest coming up as Mountain News First at 4 starts right now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, we are starting to see more forest fires across the region as our dry stretch of weather continues. Just yesterday, we reported on a wildfire near the Hal Rogers Parkway in Leslie County. Johnson, Lawrence, Magoffin, Pulaski, Rowan, and Whitley's have all issued burn bans. Those are the ones we know about right now. Forestry officials say depending on the weather, fires can spread rapidly, especially right now since we are so dry.
Debris is one of our main fire starters, just burning household debris or household garbage or yard debris. And then, of course, just a hot set or a fire set from somebody, arson set.
As a reminder, the fall forest fire season lasts until December 15th. Outdoor burning is banned for everyone between the hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. if the fire is within 150 feet of the woods or brush. Of course, it's banned entirely for those counties that have issued burn bans. Let's send it over to meteorologist Evan Hatter now to see if we'll get any rain soon. Evan.
Well, Steve, the good news is that it appears we do have some rain in the forecast. The issue is it's not a lot, and it's not going to be enough to, one, dent the drought, and two, dent the fire potential out there. I mean, it's warm, it's breezy out there this afternoon. 79 right now in Hazard, 76 London, 74 in Pikeville. We continue to see southerly winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour, and you see those dew points. Yes, they're coming up. You see 51 in London, so the air's a little more moist, 46 Hazard, but still 39 in Pikeville, so we're not quite to the level we need to prevent those fires just yet. But it is warm and it is breezy, so that risk will continue as we head through the evening. Still, like we said, 79 here in Hazard, 77 Jackson, Manchester, down into Jonesville, and 76 London and Middlesboro. You see the leading edge of a few showers, not quite making it into the Cumberland Valley, but the big show continues to be to our south and west. That's where a level 1 marginal risk of severe weather is in place, basically for Wayne County and in parts of Pulaski and McCreary counties. It's not a huge threat. It's a very small threat, as a matter of fact, but we'll watch it as we head through the evening. It's mostly going to be showers, only in the low to mid 50s as those continue through the night. Details, though, on when we finally get the rain on out of here and when we return to some sunshine coming up in a few. Steve?
All right. Thank you, Evan. Governor Andy Beshear and Congressman Hal Rogers announced a $24.4 million investment into various eastern Kentucky counties during the SOAR Summit last week. The money is being distributed between 9 counties across our region to assist in economic development projects. The Gifford Road Industrial Park in Magoffin County was among the projects selected to receive $1 million to construct a build-ready certified site.
This will be the final piece that gets our site build ready and be certified by the Economic Development Cabinet so that prospective businesses will know that we're ready for them to come here.
The Build Ready site will hold a 50,000 square foot facility right off the Mountain Parkway. WYMT's Olivia Calfee will have more on the opportunities it could bring to the area at 5:30. Sportswear giant Adidas is the latest company to cut ties with the rapper formerly known as Kanye West over his recent anti-Semitic comments. CBS's Michael George is outside the Adidas store on Manhattan's 5th Avenue with more on this morning's announcement.
Bowing to mounting pressure, Adidas announced it's ending its partnership with Kanye West, who now goes by the name Ye. The superstar has made a series of hateful and threatening remarks, including tweeting he would go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. In a recent video, he seemed to taunt the sportswear giant.
I could literally say anti-Semitic and they can't drop me. I could say anti-Semitic things and Adidas can't drop me. Now what?
In an apparent answer to now what, the company has cut ties, saying Adidas does not tolerate anti-Semitism and any other sort of hate speech. Ye's recent comments and actions have been unacceptable, hateful, and dangerous, and they violate the company's values of diversity and inclusion, mutual respect, and fairness. The company says it will immediately stop production of its line of Yeezy products, but many are questioning why it took so long.
I think making these statements and spreading this slander and anti-Semitism, there needed to be consequences. Yes, I would have liked to have it happen sooner, but I'm glad it happened now.
The Anti-Defamation League wrote a letter to the company 5 days ago asking it to reconsider its relationship with Ye. The rap star's comments come as anti-Semitic incidents in the United States have nearly tripled over the last decade. On Saturday, people in Los Angeles praised Ye's anti-Semitic comments, prompting an even bigger outcry.
I hope this sends a signal once and for all that this is simply unacceptable.
Ye has acknowledged mental health issues in the past. His talent agency has dropped him, and the media group MRC announced it's shelving a documentary about the controversial star. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Adidas estimates it will lose nearly $250 million in net income from the move. The Gap and the Balenciaga fashion house have also ended business relationships with the rapper. American basketball star Brittney Griner was back in a Moscow courtroom today trying to reverse her prison sentence of 9 years, but Griner lost that appeal. Her lawyers argued her sentence was unfair and unjustified under Russian law, but a court upheld the sentence for smuggling drugs. The two-time gold medalist says she unintentionally brought cannabis canisters with her.
I want to also apologize for this mistake. I did not intend to do this, but I understand the charges brought against me.
Griner can still appeal her verdict all the way to Russia's Supreme Court. One community in St. Louis is in mourning after a deadly shooting at a high school yesterday. 2 people and the suspected gunman were killed, while officials say several teens were injured but are all in stable condition. The 2 people killed were a teenage girl and a 61-year-old woman at Central Visual Performing Arts High School. Interim Police Commissioner Michael Sachs says a quick response saved lives.
Put the car in park, they drew a weapon, they went into the building. There was no sidewalk conference, there was no discussion, there was no, hey, where are you gonna, they just went right in. The individual had almost a dozen 30-round, high-capacity magazines on them. So that's a whole lot of victims there.
Police say the suspected gunman was a 19-year-old who recently graduated from the school. Authorities in Missouri are investigating after an Amazon driver was found dead outside of a home near Kansas City. It happened yesterday afternoon in Excelsior Springs. Authorities believe the driver may have died after being attacked by dogs. The man's body was discovered after those living in the community reported an Amazon van had been parked outside a home for several hours. Deputies say when they arrived, they found the driver lying in front of a home and 2 aggressive dogs nearby. Coming up on First at 4, 5 tourists are rescued after an elevator stops working in Arizona.
Plus, continuing to watch the return of moisture and showers to the mountains later on tonight. The latest on those rain chances coming right up.
The face of addiction